Well, we have been dealing with a very cold air mass across the Miami Valley, keeping our temperatures a little bit colder here than what we're used to. Most of us are still sitting in the teens this afternoon, and the temperature profile does have to do with the type of snow that we see. Now, when we have colder air in place, we often see a higher snow ratio, meaning if we were to melt 15 inches of snow, we'd get about an inch of water. That high snow ratio means there's less moisture content for that snow. So I want to show a little experiment for you. I took 2 pitchers of water here. We're going to use wet paper towels to represent a heavy wet snow. When I put them in the pitcher, you can see they stay low. They kind of accumulate on themselves and they don't really rise up because they're melting on each other. When we have that fluffy snow because of a higher snow ratio and colder temperatures, you can see it doesn't take much for this snow to stick on itself and it accumulates a lot quicker. That's the type of snow that we're going to see with this system, a quick, fluffy, accumulating snowfall. Here's a look at those temperatures. If we do see most of the afternoon, we barely climbed into the teens, and we're not going to get much further through the rest of our day today. Our cold impact is on the moderate side compared to some of our earlier days this week. Snow and road issues are going to be the highest impact we track as we go through the rest of the day. Now, most of you are saying it's already snowing. Well, yes, we are seeing flurries across the area, and we have been all morning long. I talked about that on daybreak. We're breezy already, and as we go through the day here, this flurry activity will eventually wind down. We're seeing some in Montgomery County, up towards Troy, Springfield, Greenville, even off towards Preble County. But if we take a bigger picture, you can see our storm system itself with the accumulating snowfall, that's still off to the west. This is going to start spreading in as we head for late afternoon and through the night tonight. So futurecast hour by hour. It's not picking up on those flurries, and that's all right. Most of this has been very light through the day, but it will start to pick up on the snow that arrives towards late afternoon. Here's 4 o'clock west of I-75. You're seeing snow showers. We watch this continue to spread through, some darker blue, maybe indicating some heavier snow. By 6:37, when a lot of us are finishing up the commute, or maybe you're just getting on the roads, we will have scattered snow at that point, and the snow falls steady. Here's 9 o'clock all the way towards midnight before we finally see that moisture shut down. So this is going to give us that quick accumulation in the evening hours by about 8 o'clock, and then we continue to watch the snow accumulate as we head into early Saturday morning. Most of us are going to be a 1 to 3 inch range. I think a lot of the Miami Valley settles at 2 inches of snow from this system. So this afternoon, we struggled to warm up, those cold temperatures playing a part in how quickly the snow sticks, and also the types of snowflakes we're going to see. Overnight, we struggled to drop down, and heading into the day tomorrow, most of the heavy snow is wrapped up after midnight, but we will have snowy roads, possibly some blowing and drifting in our rural communities, and maybe a few flurries with those cloudy skies. Looking ahead then to New Year's Eve, it's about the cold. We will still have slick spots, likely on side streets, but for the New Year's Eve night and New Year's Day, it's about how frigid that air can get as we track not only the fresh snow on the ground, but the cold air that comes in behind this system. At midnight, we'll be around 2 degrees. Overnight, we drop to 4 below zero, and by Monday, we're talking about temperatures only reaching 10. The last time that we dropped below zero on New Year's Eve was about 50 years ago in 1968. So it has been quite some time since we have dealt with air this cold. And the fresh snow on the ground leads to these very cold nights that we're tracking in the 5-day. We're going to see that snow spread in this afternoon, so be ready for roads to deteriorate tonight. We'll see temperatures then stay well below normal as we head into next week.
Kirstie,